Hello friends, welcome back to another cleaning motivational video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mary, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me today. I don't know if you're in the mood to clean, but if you are, grab your cleaning tools and let's clean together. If you're not in the mood to clean, which sometimes I'm not, that's okay too. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage and a snack and watch me do all the cleaning. Hopefully it'll give you some motivation to get up and clean your own home. All right, let's get started. So I am currently in Macon. I am with my 8.5 combo team, and what that consists of is a 4.5 player with a 4.0 player, which is me. I'm rated 4.0 in tennis, so it makes an 8.5 combination, and our team won the local level. So we are here in Macon representing the city of Savannah at our 8.5 state championship, and I gotta tell you, these women that we're playing against are tough. They are good. So we're winning some, losing some, but overall it's great competition and we're out in this beautiful weather. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at right now. I am sitting here editing, trying to get some work done while I'm cheering my teammates on. And it's such a great team. The women on my team, they're so supportive. We win together and we lose together no matter what. We support one another. But it's great camaraderie and these are like lifetime friends. I'll get more into the tennis competition at the end of this video. I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog at the end and show you our Airbnb as well as some video of what we were doing here in Macon, the home of Jimmy Carter. I've actually seen him before in one of the restaurants I was eating at. That was pretty neat to be able to see a former president. All right, so let's actually talk about cleaning. Today I am starting in what I consider the heart of relaxation, my master bedroom, and it always starts with making the bed first thing in the morning. It's such a feeling of accomplishment and a feeling of peace and calm, stress reliever. It seems like such a small thing, but it's so much more than that. It's so mental and emotional. It can really set the tone for my day and starting myself up on a positive note. There are certain days, they are few and far between, that I don't make my bed because life gets in the way. There's a ton of things to do for Ellie and for Chuck and for myself with getting our day started, but that's just my one thing that I enjoy doing. But getting up and being productive first thing in the morning, even if it's just something so civil, like brushing your hair, taking a hot shower, drinking coffee and reading your Bible or reading a Bible verse, those little things can really help jumpstart your day. The bed looks great. I'm moving on to the living room. Ellie loves to build a fort. She has this fort building kit that she's been having for, gosh, years. And she's 11 years old and she still loves to play with this fort set. And really, you can build a princess castle, a tent, an igloo, a teepee. What else can you build with this thing? You can also build, you can build a rocket as well as an igloo. But if you look at the directions, it comes with instructions to build all these different little structures. But Ellie's older now. She doesn't really go and look at the instruction booklet to build anything particular. She just does everything off the top of her head. But I love to see her wheels turning when she's working with this STEM toy. And STEM meaning, I think STEM is the acronym for science, technology, engineering, that's the E, and then M for math. And it's so great because it really makes her think and stimulates her mind. When she was younger, we were constantly, perpetually trying to stimulate her mind. And this toy right here, she still loves to bring it out. She likes to make a tent. And when she's building a tent, she tries to build something off the top of her head. She's not looking at any directions or any instructions. And that's what I love about it. It makes her think. And after she builds it, because you really got to build something that supports the sheets that go on top of it after that, and everything needs to be even and precise so that, let's just say, the top doesn't cave in from the weight of the sheet or whatever blanket she places on top to cover it. Because after she builds it, she'll take books and her iPad and her toys and her stuffies and bring it into the tent, and she'll bring her snacks, and it's like her own little, kid cave, I guess you can say. But the problem is that it is dead smack in the middle of the living room. And that's why I'm going to break it down, because it's just kind of in the way. So I did give her a heads up so she knows, because really, I mean, this is a space for the whole family. And Chuck and I were basically sitting on one little cushion in the corner or on the edge. And that's just not enough space. We have the wingback chairs. And yes, we like to sit on those chairs too, but it's just more comfortable to sit on our actual couches. So I told her what she can do is start from scratch, because she really enjoys enjoys playing with this toy anyway. Start from scratch and try and build it off to the side. And she has built many off to the side. I think this one was just, I don't know, she just wanted to be right in the heart of the living room. But so I'm just going to break it down, clean off this area, pick up all the clutter, and try and declutter and make the space a more serene, relaxing space, because we do spend a lot of time here. It's, it's the family room, it's the living room. So we sit down, we watch our shows, some news, just gather in this space. We talk about our day. And sometimes Ellie and I will sit and just read books right in this space. But if you have a little one, a grandchild, a friend, this makes a great gift because it really does stimulate the mind of a young child. And Ellie is 11 and she still loves to play with this toy. It's called a STEM fort building kit. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the description below. I will always link the products and the cleaning tools that I use in the description below too. I'm not sure if you're all aware, but my husband Chuck, he is a custom home builder. He's been building homes for years. He was a drug rep prior to becoming a home builder. He just loves the art and just the process of building homes. And he's self-taught and he does a really good job, in my opinion. He built our last house. He also built this house that we're living in right now. I know somebody asked me the other day who built our house. Well, Chuck built it, and we both had our opinions about it, but ultimately I gave him full control to do what he thought was necessary to build an efficient house. Every nook and cranny in our house is storage space, and I love that because in our last home, we didn't have that much, so we couldn't buy any extra towels. We were just tight on space. The good thing about that is that it does provide a lot of extra storage for us to store Christmas decorations, extra wreaths for the different holidays, stuff we probably don't need. But, I love home decor and I love going to places like Home Goods, ordering things off Amazon. The downside is that then it gives me the freedom to buy a lot of extra stuff we probably don't need. There's so many drawers in our house I feel that needs to be decluttered and organized. And I think one day I'm going to shoot a video exclusively with decluttering. And someone out there mentioned to me that they have a problem with making their bed as well as organizing the space. So my recommendation to anyone out there that's struggling with that is just to start with the smallest drawer in your house. And just organizing that small drawer is going to be the best feeling of accomplishment, because after you organize and declutter a drawer and you give away things or throw away things you no longer need, you feel a peace of mind. It's almost like a weight has been lifted off your chest. And it doesn't have to be a big space. It could be the nightstand drawer, a small drawer in your bathroom. It could be anything, but start small. And once you get that feeling of accomplishment, I think you'll be hooked and you'll realize that, hey, this feels good. It's reducing my stress levels. And I love how mentally satisfying it is that maybe it will lead to you decluttering and organizing other spaces in your home. I would just recommend starting with a small space so you're not overwhelmed. Ellie and I decluttered and organized our pantry one time. It was a lot. It was the first thing we did. It was like one of the first videos we shot, and it was just too much. It was one of the first videos we shot, and it was honestly too much. It was too much to tackle. Should have started with a small organization project and worked our way up, because now when I do organize a drawer or a particular space in the house, it is so satisfying, which leads me to want to do other spaces in the house, and I will get to that eventually. The living room is clean and finally clutter free. And I did shoot this a few days ago. When Ellie came home from school, I was nervous about what she was going to say. And she just basically said, "Oh, where's my tent?" And I told her that we broke it down and put everything up, and she was fine with it. Ellie loves doing things like that. I think we did it actually, I think we set it up on a day where we didn't have much to do and we were trying to find something fun to do. She pulled it out from one of the cabinets where we store her toys and she made it really fun. I helped her because I really wanted to do something with her. I try my best and do things with Ellie and play with her still because I know these days where she wants to actually play with toys are few and far between. I can definitely see her being on the cusp of being a young lady versus a little kid. It's making me kind of sad because I don't want her to grow up, but I know that our bond will just get stronger as she grows up and we'll be able to do other fun things. So I'm just trying to enjoy every stage in her life. There are a lot of you out there who have kids, grandkids, understand where I'm coming from, and just, you see your child grow up and then all of a sudden they're an adult and we're not there yet, but it's just gone by so fast and I'd love for time to slow down a little bit so I can savor and cherish these moments. The kitchen is another key area where a clean environment is so important. I love to do the dishes and I like to unload my dishes first, starting from the bottom, work my way up because I don't want the water from the top dishes to drip onto my dry dishes on the first rack. So I work my way all the way up to the sliding rack that slides out with all my knives and all my silverware. And whether it's a big stack or just a few clean dishes, they really do make a huge difference in the kitchen as far as sanitation, but it also sets a welcoming atmosphere for preparing meals. Gunk, slime, sludge, whatever this is that's sitting on the surface of my sink is gross, and I know it's definitely not sanitary. I'm gonna give it a good wipe down. I do try and clean the sink of any food debris every day, and I disinfect it at least once a week. If I don't clean the sink, at least once a week, a deep clean. The bacteria from the sink causes odors, and I have had a bad experience with that before. I remember one time the house smelled really bad. So it was a process of elimination. I took out the trash, I ran the dishwasher one time, and I just kept smelling something right around the sink. Well, it was the food. It was the food remnants in the garbage disposal. I must have pushed a lot of food into the disposal and forgot to turn it on. Well, it was there for a few days, and you can just smell the food rotting. So I found the culprit, turned the garbage disposal on, and disposed of all the food. And then I gave my sink a really good scrub down and I disinfected really, really well. After that, I guess I'm a little bit scarred. So now it is just automatic. I will definitely clean my sink every day and give it a good deep cleaning at least once a week to give me peace of mind, to make sure there's not any bacteria that's lying on the surface that could potentially cause ill-born diseases. I know that sounds dramatic, but you never know. I mean, you're dealing with raw foods in your sink. If you think about it, this is the same spot that we're washing all our fresh produce, our vegetables, our fruit. So you want to make sure that your sink is sanitary and clean, and you want to give it a good wipe down, a good cleaning at least once a week to make sure that you're getting rid of all the bad bacteria that could potentially cause odors or cause that disgusting film of slime or sludge in your sink.
Killing time, Friday night. Found a photograph of us without cares and worn out clothes. Doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'm just sitting here bored at home. got me thinking of the times we took off on the road. I can't remember where we headed that night. We were cruising around town in Memphis, running the lights. I just know how it felt at home.
I'm using the Lemon Clean Frige to clean my counters. I like using this product. It works really well. It's not so heavy, and I know that it's going to protect and not damage my counters. I do clean my counters every day. This is a must because Ellie will eat on the counters and she'll drop food and just pick it up, put it in her mouth. I just feel like if she's picking up food off the counters to eat, I want the counters to be clean. And most of the times I do see debris on the surface of the counters. You can see grease and you can see food stains on the counters. We use these counters so much to cook as well as prepare food, so it does get used every single day. I try and wipe down the surface as often as I can just to make sure that it is clean.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, like it is. Bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can get, you can get. Show me your love, leave me breathless, breathless. I'm out of patience, I'm out of feels, but I guess I'm waiting around for something real. I'm going crazy, like what's the deal? Cause I want you to show me what you feel. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, like it is. Bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can get.
The counters are clean and the sink is clean. I am making a lot of progress in the kitchen. Everything is starting to sparkle and shine and it feels great. So the time just changed on, let's see, was it Sunday night or Sunday morning? And I don't know. The first day I woke up and it felt like I woke up at 7 or 6:30. No, I woke up at 6:30 and it literally felt like it was 11. It just felt so much later. I don't know if I like the time change or not. I feel that at night it just gets darker so much quicker and it just feels like it's time to go to bed and it's only 7 o'clock, which is so strange to me. I know that the Sunshine Protection Act, it was a bill that was regularly introduced to the U.S. Senate. It is yet to be presented in Congress in 2024. And what the bill would do is establish permanent daylight savings times nationwide. There would be no clock changes in the spring and the fall, which would be nice because I miss the sunlight when we fall back around this time of year. It gets so dark early, and I'm not crazy about that. I feel like it's just so late. So I woke up in the morning around 6:30, which is late for me, which would really have been 7:30, which is really late for me. I'm normally up at 5:30, but I was at the state tennis championship this weekend, and we've had a lot of matches. I think I was just a little bit extra tired. So when I woke up, it just felt like 11 o'clock, and it wasn't. The time changed, even though it's just 1 hour. And I'm grateful that we gained the hour because I like gaining time instead of losing time. It just seems so much later than normal. And last night it was time to go to bed, literally 7 o'clock. I felt like it was time to go to bed because it was so dark outside. I'm sure you all feel the same. Or tell me how you feel about the daylight savings times. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you feel like, would you just rather not have any clock changes in the spring and fall? Or drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on that. I am pulling out my Yonder E1 cordless vacuum cleaner. It's less than 4 pounds. It's so easy to use and lightweight. It doesn't scratch my floors. You have two cleaning modes, one for the hardwood floors and one for the rugs. I love the LED lighting in the front if I'm cleaning in a dark space. That really helps out a lot. But overall, it's just really easy to use and so convenient to pull out when I need to clean something really quickly on the floor. I'm stopping and taking a little break. I am starving and I need a little fuel, so I'm going to eat this PB&J. It's a strawberry baked gluten-free. I'm not gluten-free by any means, but it just tastes good and I don't mind eating gluten-free foods. I am also going to enjoy my toasted coconut water. And when it comes to coconut, you either love it or you hate it. There is absolutely no in between, is what I'm finding with a lot of friends. A pomegranate for antioxidants, and pomegranate has a lot of nutritional value as well as health benefits. That's why I'm just going to load up on some fresh pomegranate, check some messages, refuel my body, and get back to cleaning. The next thing I want to work on is our utensils drawers. This particular drawer holds all of our spoons, forks, and knives, any type of silverware that we eat with, along with my chopsticks and cutting knives. I love the Asian cutting knives. If you want a good knife, to your local Asian store and buy the little knife that they have or the big knives. There's different sizes. So what do we have in this drawer? We have cutting knives, we have butter knives, all the forks and spoons, chopsticks, a pair of scissors. I also have my serving spoons and forks in this drawer. I'm wondering if I should keep it there or not because I really don't use it often, so I'll figure that out. I'm also going to think about all the other random items in this drawer and whether I want to keep it or not. I actually always have a pair of scissors. This is not negotiable. That is staying right there. I have a pair of scissors in almost every drawer around my kitchen because I always need a pair for some reason. So there are my knives. I have some seafood cutter sets, measuring spoons, also Asian spoons. Just a bunch of random things in this drawer that I need to figure out whether I want to keep or not. I'm going to remove everything from this drawer, see what I'm working with, see the space I'm working with, clean it out, wash all the bamboo holders, and get the space nice, clean, and organized again. While I'm cleaning all the silverware bamboo holders, I might as well clean the drawer too. I'm going to use my E1 Yonder vacuum cleaner. It detaches and becomes a handheld, which I really like. The attachment comes with a brush head. It prevents any scratching. It's very convenient. It has a powerful suction. I'm going to link the cordless vacuum cleaner in the description below. That looks so much better, don't you think? There's still probably a few items in there that I can get rid of, but I'm not ready to part with them just yet, so they will stay there until I'm ready. I don't know when I will be ready, but these items right here on this little mat, they're going to go somewhere else. I don't know where they're going, but I'm going to keep some of the other random things. I'm either going to give away to Ellie's cousins, like some of the cookie cutter. What I'll do is throw everything else away that is no longer of use.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture in. I know must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems.
It is the most beautiful, bright, and sunny day. I'm going to step outside in the back patio to clean the space. We just recently had the entire house power washed. That included the windows because there's a film from the hurricane, both hurricane that just recently passed through. We haven't had a single drop of rain since the last hurricane came through, which is interesting. So I guess after a hurricane, you just have beautiful sunny weather. It's been really nice, a little warmer than I'd like. I love it in the 70s. It's been in the low 80s, which is also fine. Beats 100 degrees for sure. But it's nice and cool and breezy outside today. The one thing about them power washing our house is that I don't know, they kind of ruin our patio table. There's little specks of paint all over the table. I'm gonna have to work really hard to wipe it off. I'm rubbing hard, but I don't want to ruin the actual wood and the color of the wood on the table. So I'm trying to figure this out, and I don't even know how these little specks of paint got on there. It's also dusty, has a little bit of pollen. I'm gonna give it a good wipe down and put everything back and make sure that I try my best to remove all these little paint stains that are on our table. The table is really in great condition prior. We don't use this space often. We sometimes come out here during the spring and the fall when it's nice and cool outside because it does get pretty hot here on the East Coast, have breakfast, sit down and barbecue. But this table does not get used often, so it was pretty new. That's why it's a little bit disappointing. When I first came out here, I just saw all these little paint specks and was a little bit concerned it might have ruined the table. So I'll try my best to get it out and let's see what happens. The bright side is that it is such a beautiful day to be outside cleaning.
You can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way across the fields.
I'm finished cleaning and it feels so good. Everything just feels so clean and dust free. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to make a homemade Cajun chicken sausage and okra gumbo with a homemade potato salad. And I'll show you how to eat it the Cajun way. Some of my viewers were asking me to share some recipes. So this is a Cajun recipe that I learned growing up in Louisiana. You can't really buy roux here in Georgia. I can probably order it and have it shipped, but it's just so much easier to make my own roux. And what you're going to use is 1-to-1 ratios, 1 cup of flour to 1 cup of oil. It could be, in my case, I'm using olive oil, vegetable oil, any oil that you want. but you want to make sure that is a 1-to-1 ratio. That's how I make my roux. You will sit there and stir it, and you don't want to leave it for too long because you don't want the roux to burn. You cook it on low to medium heat because you don't want it to burn. You don't want to step away from it for too long. You need to sit there and stir it continuously until it gets to the color that you want. Some people like a dark roux. I like a light roux, but it's really just personal preference. And the way the color of the roux turns out just basically depends on how long you cook it for. If you want a darker roux, you just cook it a little longer. But the entire process of making this roux, less than 10 minutes basically. You just sit there, maybe read some news on your phone, do some online shopping, and just keep stirring the pot until it gets to the color that you want it. And of course, a thicker consistency. So this is looking good to me. I like this color a lot. I think I'm going to stop here and then I will get ready to make the potato salad. I use about 2 eggs to 1 potato, and that is your personal preference. I like to use brown potatoes, brown baking potatoes. You can also use red or the new potatoes. It's a different consistency and texture, but just as delicious. Now you can add your homemade roux into a pot of boiling water. I only filled it up about a third of the way because we have to account for the chicken's going to be thrown in there as well as vegetables, okra, onions, other vegetables. That's going to really add a lot of flavor. In this recipe, I'm using 3 chicken breasts because Chuck likes chicken breasts and he likes a lot of it. He likes a lot of protein in his gumbo. I love the okra and the vegetables. I bought a gumbo mix at Publix and I was lucky enough that they had something like that. So once the roux dissolves in the water, you want to add your chicken. I love Tony Chachere's. In Louisiana, you either have Slap Your Mamas or Tony Chachere's on the tables in lieu of salt and pepper. That is our salt and pepper. But I did add a tablespoon of salt earlier. And there's a gumbo mix. It has okra, red bell peppers. It also has corn. And this is just a seasoning blend mix. And of course, you have your cut okra. I think frozen vegetables are as good, if not better, than fresh vegetables. And the reason being is that they're always available for one thing. And everything's already cut up for you. You can't ask for more than that. So I put a package of okra, also a package of onions and bell peppers, and then 1 package of the gumbo seasoning mix. And as you can see, with this pot only being a third of the way full with water, it's already filled up to the top when I add the chicken and all the vegetables and seasonings. So doesn't that look so delicious? It's just a beautiful rainbow of color vegetables. Now let's check on the potatoes. It's been about, I would say about 6 or 7 minutes, and you can tell that your potatoes are done when you pierce the potato with a fork. What you do is you take one out and you try and pierce it with a fork, and if it easily slides through, then you know that your potatoes are done. You don't want crunchy, hard potatoes. You want soft and tender potatoes. I did let the eggs and potatoes cool for a little bit on the counter, and now I'm going to make the potato salad. The secret recipe is Hellmann's mayonnaise. I absolutely love Hellmann's mayonnaise in my potato salad as well as my deviled eggs. There's just something about the creaminess of Hellmann's mayonnaise, and you can use any mayonnaise of your choice, but for me, I prefer Hellmann's mayonnaise for a sandwich, for potato salad, for anything that I need mayonnaise for. You also need garlic powder. Garlic powder is another ingredient that I put into my potato salad, and it tastes delicious. A dash of salt and pepper, and you're good to go. Actually, I don't even add pepper, but some people like pepper in their potato salad. I like to decorate the top with some paprika, sprinkling some paprika on the top, and it just gives it a pretty color. Everything is finished. Let's serve it up. 1 scoop of rice with a scoop of potato salad, because if you want to eat like a true Cajun, you put the potato salad in your gumbo. Scoop the gumbo right on top, and it should be soupy. Pour a couple scoops of gumbo right on top, and make sure you put a lot of protein in your bowl. If you decide to make this recipe, come back and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it, because I would love to know your feedback. Bon appetit! Let's jump right into my trip to Macon, Georgia, home of President Jimmy Carter. I was here with my 8.5 combo tennis team. We won the local championship. So we're representing the city of Savannah. All the different counties and cities were in Macon this past weekend for the 8.5 tennis state championships. The men and the ladies were all there, and it was a lot of fun. Look how beautiful it was. Lots of fall foliage, beautiful weather. I couldn't have asked for a better weekend with an amazing group of women I call friends. So this is our Airbnb. It was right near the Coliseum in downtown Macon. It was cute. It was quaint. Wasn't that expensive. 3 of my friends as well as myself, we shared this Airbnb, and it amounted to, I think, $125 a night, which I thought that was really good because that's 3 nights for $125. And plus, we get a refrigerator, we all get, good parking, and we need to wash clothes, things like that, because, you're sweating a lot when you're playing these matches. But the Airbnb was really cute. You can tell that they had a lot of work done inside this home. On the outside, it looked really, really small, but I was very happy with it. It seemed like it was very safe, and the bed was very comfortable, so I slept well, which is important when you're playing matches. Here is my bedroom. It was very comfortable. The bed was nice, and the weather was perfect all weekend long. It felt like fall. It felt amazing. So the perfect weekend for some fun competitive tennis. Our team came out third place. We actually started the weekend in last place because we played the two hardest teams right off the bat, and then we won all of our matches after that. And so that moved us up to third place, which we're very, very proud of. So I'm going to get ready real quick, head on over to the court, meet my fellow teammates, and then we'll play our matches and get this weekend started. So we had two matches on Friday, two matches on Saturday, and one on Sunday. The team that actually won the whole thing, they were undefeated and they were incredible. They kicked our butts and it was good tennis. It was a lot of learning because I do reflect on my losses when I do lose and think about what I need to work on. I'm just going to get my bag ready here, get my water bottle ready, make sure I have a lot of water to stay hydrated on the court. So I don't cramp or anything like that. And then this is our team. We're getting ready for our matches. Everyone's excited. It's a great group of women. Everyone's so nice and it's competitive. And this is on, I think this was Sunday morning for our last match. And at this point, we were in fourth place and we need to beat the team we're playing in order to end up third, which means we were on the podium, which was nice. This is us in downtown Macon. Downtown Macon is a lot of fun. Jerry Seinfeld was on tour and was doing a comedy show there at, I think, one of the auditoriums or Coliseum, and it's just alive and kicking here in Macon. So that takes me to the end of this video. I hope you found a lot of cleaning motivation from it. And if you did, give this video a like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you end up cooking the Cajun gumbo recipe, come back and leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. But until then, I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you on my next cleaning video. Have a great week.